would win.
David, one of us won, right? Moral victory, one of us.
You
Cool.
absolutely did not. You can
I'm
say
just saying,
that as
me or
much
David,
as
we're
you
gonna
want,
rock, paper, scissors to see who actually won the game right after this.
but we all know.
I will say, by the way, looking at the drafts, on a serious note, Cap, just, trying to do my job here. Oh, who wins the click war? It's EG.
That would be Arteezy won the click war over Brax.
I wonder if there's an actual, skill to it, because some players seem really good at it.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah, Mickey has never lost the click war that I can remember.
I bet some of it is ping, too.
Yeah. I was going to say, though, I think Naga is pretty rough to play against Underlord.
Yeah.
It's really annoying. He has a very easy clear. In team fights, he takes away so much of your damage. Just Illusion heroes don't really feel that fun to play against Underlord. And the pit's, nice. It's AoE control, right? Which is really, really nice.
Yeah.
And look at this. He instantly just clears all your illusions out.
Yep. Just in general, full agility heroes also feel bad, right? Combination illusion heroes feel bad, and full agility heroes that just look to right-click people, they also feel bad. Underlord's good, doubly so against him. What about our mid lane, though? Roya Invoker.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be playing against 9, who, as the panel did talk about, a little bit of ping. So let's see how 9 fares on a hero that is definitely a bit more intricate than the Bristleback he was playing earlier. And then our top lane, that Mirana Centaur lane. Crit and Bulba pairing up against Moo and Fear. Two teams did have, of course, we've got former EG members, former EG players on both sides. Of course, Bulba used to be a player on Evil Geniuses, now he's the coach. And then on the other side, Fear, who also used to play for Evil Geniuses. They had a little bit of pre-lobby talk. Bulba said, Fear Wraith King. Fear responded with Bulba Invoker in kind.
There was this, for all you newer players that didn't follow NA Dota, there was this poll on NADota.com, shoutouts to Spidwild and the gang, that was essentially what was the biggest embarrassment in NA Dota of 2012. And the top reply was Bulba Invoker versus Ferrari TA mid.
Yeah.
That was the game where Bulba actually no longer was a mid player.
Yeah. Fear even said that your Invoker let me down, and Bulba said that your Morphling let me down.
Oh, did they really say that to each other?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So they're actually bantering about that
yes,
game.
Exactly.
Okay. So, yeah, that matchup, he lost, I think Ferrari had 30 CS to Bulba's 5 or something. It was absurd. But when it comes to this specific game, they actually do need Bulba to do quite a bit. I think he will have to be his, roaming self. He has to move
Which
around.
is a little bit harder on Centaur than it is the Clockwork that he has also been playing.
I mean, he's just known for his Clockwork because of that one, massive win, right? Was it LGD or something?
Yep. Liquid versus LGD.
Liquid are doing it.
Roll
Arteezy's
in,
taking
Moose.
Pretty good damage.
Yeah, and Arteezy knows he can just man-fight the Earth Spirit, even though Earth Spirit definitely had more HP initially. Moose may be the one who's dying.
He's
and
dead.
yeah, Arteezy just reads it. He knows that he can chase after that hero because he's got 9 armor.
More than that, he just has good stats. Double Wraithband on Naga Siren, it just feels so nice. Statty-based heroes, really good for him. That is something I really like, by the way, about watching some of the really aggressive safe laners as Bulba.
Ooh.
The arrow combination, it seems like Crit was able to get a long arrow onto Moo.
Yeah, without the stomp. That's a value Mirana right there.
Yeah, and he might even make his way towards mid right after that.
Yeah, you could watch for some sort of tornado setup into the arrow.
Yeah.
They certainly have...
Let me say, on the side of business associates, I really liked Brax's interview where he was talking about how maybe they get a kill here, actually.
Brax is getting quite low. This lane was supposed to
low.
counter the Naga Siren, but Arteezy keeps on doing so much damage to
And he
them.
runs in
In fact,
front
he
too.
turned into Moose, got the Riptide Splash, killing Brax, and because he turned onto Moose so early, he almost kills him too.
Yeah, and look at that. He's helping and fighting with his support, even though it's costing him CS. Like to see that.
That's what you were trying to say earlier about liking to watch aggressive carries.
Yeah, exactly. I think one of the hardest things that I struggle with when I play 5 in pubs is my carry just will farm at all costs.
Yeah.
It's going to whiff on that arrow that Pop-Tart actually...
But it pays off, right? If you play aggressive with your support, help him win the lane, then you have more free CS later on.
Oh, 100%.
It's an investment.
Talked a bit about EG, but more on the side of business associates. For me, their drafts always feel very odd. Like, I'm not really sure what direction they ever want to go. Like, from game to game, it feels like it changes. Like, one game I see business associates, they play this, like, aggressive 3-core style. The next game, they'll pick, like, one hard carry and then just, like, run at you. It doesn't feel like there's any sort of theme with what they want to do. And consistency is really, like, what helps you in the long run. Like, you want a style of play.
Right.
For EG, for better or worse, like, everyone knows how they play.
Like, the really, really high-tier teams, like Secret, who has, you know, these runs of success throughout an entire DP season, they can change that style, but it always starts with something, right?
Yeah, you have to have a base, and I don't really know. It's been a while since I've seen them have some sort of base of play. They had that sick run where they, in fact, beat us. As Brax goes down again.
What is happening here?
They are punishing this lane. I did not think this was going to go that well. Again, Underlord, guys, is supposed to be the counter to Naga.
It does not seem to be working for business associates here in this bottom lane. And I mean, Brax was able to carry business associates in an earlier series with Mars, or at least
his Mars
earlier
was
game.
insane. And Crit does show up mid, but he is spotted by Fear. I like this rotation by Fear just to sort of match the tempo. But as I was saying, they really need to sort of like discover what it is that they want to do. Because ever since that first major where they got top 6, they qualified for that major in the first place, it's just been downhill. We have not really seen this team perform at any sort of level.
Feels like they've just been kind of resting on their laurels, right? It's like, all right, we did pretty well.
At one event, though.
At one event. Well, didn't they get upper bracket at the major?
That was that major.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. That was the one they beat us in. And then they lost to TNC, and then they lost to IG or something like that.
And the thing is that their points, whether that's Fly actually going down as Moose does manage to get the kick. Nice rotation. You could see heavy support rotation as they're just giving up on the Underlord lane. And at this point, Wraith King can full-on jungle. So there's nothing the supports need to worry about in side lanes anymore.
Yeah, I was really hoping that would be like the new dawn of like NA Dota with 2 top 6 teams at the major. And since then, it's really just been EG that continues to carry that banner.
Yeah.
But for business associates, they do have skilled individual players. Like you saw when 9 was able to solo Quinn quite a few times. As the Stampede is popped for bottom.
away, it's not going to be fast enough.
And that's a solo kill with the help of the Stampede.
Jeez.
They are getting battered, I guess is the only real good term that I have for this on the side of business associates. And keep in mind, if they win this series, they could knock out EG. And then it's, you know, there's blood in the water. It's all for a game as Ryoya is going to TP towards top. Arteezy actually ends up going down at bottom with the rotation from 9. But at the same time, we're going to see a rotation towards top. They have found the Wraith King, who
and they're
is
going to be able to burn him out of his
mana.
mana, too. So that, no stick charges. They will manage to bring him down. Both carries falling to the mid laner, who's rotating. And then you check out that mid lane, and that's where the supports are like, nice. Life is great.
During this time, you have to back up if you're Mu. There's nowhere else, really, that the Invoker could have gone. I guess he could have TP'd towards bottom, but he didn't really show himself on the wave at all.
Yeah.
So this was a nice rotation by Ryoya, but when you simultaneously make the same one at bottom, this should alert your safe lane carry, hey, this is happening. It's the same thing as when, you know, you go for a smoke and you kill their carry and your carry dies at the same time trying to not reveal that they're smoked.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the worst situations that you can get into.
And the as a result, you know, it's funny because he was farming the jungle earlier. I thought he was just going to keep that run going, but maybe he felt incentivized to try and keep that top tower alive a little bit longer.
No, but he loses it anyways, and this Leshrac is actually really far behind. But maybe he gets a little bit going here. Nice beta on the glyph. I like that by 9.
Acted like he was going to go for the Diabolic Edict push.
Yeah.
Glyph goes out.
Raise those hind legs, baby.
Now the roll in onto Fly, but Leshrak wasn't quite close enough to follow it up with the split earth, and now Moose is going to have a hard time running away from that cold snap urn combination.
Completely out of mana.
That's going to mean a faster and faster Spirit Vessel.
Yeah, and look at this rotation that they've made towards mid. Bulba's going to build up some retaliate stacks. He's really healthy himself. He's got a good amount of farm.
Annoying thing about Centaur, right? Like, if he takes that safe lane tower super early, he can just start chipping away at the mid tower. Because if you aren't showing anybody, then he'll just tank some shots, do some retaliate damage back to it.
Did you see that, by the way? Bulba went for the Illusion Rune. Because it's very good on Centaur. It's the same thing as like when you get it on Axe and the spins proc. I don't believe it affects towers anymore. Because remember, that was the old strategy.
Yeah.
You would send in the illusions.
Manta, Octarine,
Yeah,
Centaur.
but I believe it still works on creeps. So.
I did not know that.
What?
That it still worked on creeps.
I'm pretty sure it does. I'd be surprised if it didn't. I think it might just be a building thing.
7-2, Evil Geniuses holding a 5,000 net worth lead. 9 is that is probably the biggest difference. I guess the Wraith King is also over 1,000 net worth underneath, and 9's about to fall even lower. As if he dies here, which it looks like Roya should be able to pick up that kill. Moose has managed to get a good ultimate onto 2 different heroes, and that's ticking, but it's not enough damage by itself. Wraith King tried to chase away the support, couldn't quite get him, and now Moose is going to be left behind, it looks like. His Fear's going to show up, actually healing him, and Moose is still getting more and more ticks. Roya, though, has the Quas regen, and that makes a huge difference. He has taken so much damage here, but he's also regened so much up over time, especially with that headdress that's been hanging around from Fly as well.
And that's going to be a costly 2-for-1. All the creeps are taken out. And in case anybody was wondering, the Retaliate does not work for illusions, but illusions bestow the Retaliate aura. Oh, and they actually get the arrow.
If you have the level 25?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I was incorrect.
So they got
on the tower
another
or the
kill
creeps.
off of that. And look at that. Bulba's just chipping away at that mid tower. Now that it's low enough, they're going to commit to it to make sure nobody can get the deny. Bulba, small chance that he gives up his life for it, but there's just no one from Business Associates that are really a threat.
If he does die for it.
Yeah, for sure.
They're just getting really far behind on the side of Business Associates, and this is EG when you see them at their best, is when they steadily just creep up and farm. You can't really you can't really, like, it feels like you're always getting out farmed.
Yeah. An EG that you lose lanes to is so scary.
Yeah.
Because they usually outfarm you going into the mid game because they're slightly greedy anyway.
Yeah, when you win lanes against EG, they're a lot less scary because their default is to farm.
Yeah.
And you can abuse that. That's what Grant always criticizes them for. But an EG that gets ahead in lanes, like you said, they won all 3 lanes. Really, they did.
Yeah, they did. The Underlord got dumpstered by Naga Siren. Mid lane, we could still see the difference between 9 and that Invoker. And really, Leshrak should be able to kind of come back from that lane just because he's a better farmer, right? But Invoker has managed to stay ahead off of all these kills he's getting, including one now on Brax. A follow-up here as the arrow lands off of the Winner's Curse. Easy setup. Forgot about that old combination. Fear will manage to get his TP out, but the Winter's Curse into arrow, that's always a freebie.
And Moose is going to get away. Actually, Crit's going to chase her this. In 2 seconds, he does have the arrow. They get the Spirit Vessel on him as well.
All he had to do was get the vision. That Cold Snap goes on Moose. He's just dead. RTC makes sure to cut across to make sure there's no escape for the Earth Spirit. 13-2! And they just smoked up to go again because they're just going to run straight at Moo. This is merciless
This
from
is actually
EG.
a really, really, really fast pace of Dota. And in fact, they are trying to read the map. It looked like they were running towards bottom, but they're waiting by the triangle, and they pop the scan. I really like this from Moo. He's being careful. He doesn't see them on the top side. They're not playing behind Arteezy, so they must be in his triangle. And they're going to pop the...
Oh, a perfectly laid trap because they have such good vision. They're going to be able to stumble on a move first. Now, that still has the reincarnation unless the EMP does the damage.
The timing of that was perfect.
And it burns the mana out of him. That was perfect. Now, Arteezy's going to be able to find Fear. Of course, he needs to be able to get out of that pit laid out from the Underlord. He's going to song, reset, and maybe allow his allies to be able to catch up. They're kind of blocked out by this Pit of Malice still.
Yeah, they wanted to try to set up for an arrow or curse, but
Yeah, they kill the Hard
neither
Creeps.
really
They
goes
still
up.
got the
Here we
curse,
go.
actually. That grabbed Fear. So he's hitting onto Brax.
two-man
He's going to
stun?
hit by the two-man stun as well as the arrow onto Brax. So he's going to be stunned for quite a while longer with a Spirit Vessel on him. He may
he misses
eventually
the
take
tornado.
out, but he missed the tornado, and that means everybody's in trouble. As Nice doing so much damage, they're going to turn and focus on this Leshrac and then kill him. Before he could take down the 3 other members of Evil Geniuses, he falls first.
If he had hit the tornado, nobody dies there.
Yep.
But even with all that happening, Ryoya has been playing this very nicely.
Yeah,
this
for
Invoker.
sure.
He's been everywhere. I can forgive one missed tornado. The EMP timing on Mu was perfect. He killed him like as he was hitting 0, so there was no way he could have popped anything. No stick, no mangoes if he had one.
If that Leshrac was like 2,000, if he was even with the Invoker, he could have killed multiple people of EG there.
The courier dies too.
But Roya shut him down so much in mid lane and continues to do so with both that kill on the hero and now on his courier.
Yeah, and Mu actually didn't go for a wand or anything. He has no way of recovering when he gets EMP'd, and that's a bit of a head scratcher for me, Cap.
Radiance.
He's just
He
gonna
just
die
needs
again.
the recipe, but Mu, the EMP burns him out. Again, he still has reincarnation, but he's never able to get the mana back.
And the curse on 3.
Leshrac, a beautiful curse. They're easily going to be able to clean up that kill. And at this point, it's just a crapshoot whether or not business associates, each one of them, can get out of this fight. Tornado
chasing
chases
Moose.
after Moose as well. This is almost going to be all 4 of them dying if Moose does get caught by...
Moose is doing some nice jukes, though, and he's going up, down, around.
Yeah, he's staying out of
He's
vision this
hiding
entire
behind,
way, but they're
and
going to
they
find him
found him.
eventually. He kicks the Invoker away, but he got the Cold Snap Spirit Vessel combo, and that's enough. That is 4 dead for nothing on the
And
side of EG.
this is gonna be a full 5.
Make that a 5. That's a team wipe.
That is 5 heroes dead. Brax has been the whipping boy right now for EG. Every time they found him in the laning phase, they've abused him. And conversely, Bulba's 4-0-7 on his Centaur. This is a very good EG game, 21-3. Not really sure what Business Associates' comeback mechanism is for this game.
A gift from the night.
Yeah, I don't know either. Because as BSJ was saying earlier, sometimes in order to come back, you have to just be able to fight. Because you know they're going to out-farm you. And that is certainly a case here with this Naga Siren. Stomp onto Mu.
Again.
Mu just keeps on getting caught, is never
Let the
going to
EMP
be
hit?
able to get... Okay, this time
Okay.
the reincarnation goes off. They actually did too much damage to him too fast. The EMP doesn't pop, but they might just be able to kill him a second time here. So Splinter Blast plus the Spirit Vessel doing so much damage. He gets healed up a little bit, though. He'll be fine and out, but the rest of the team who initiated off of that now getting songed up. Are they going to try for it? Is Bulba going to go for the stomp? He's not quite in position, and they decide to back off, just taking fear as they go. Business Associates, though, you got to read the room, friends. You got lucky enough to get out of that song with only 1 person dead. Brax sticks around. He may end up dying. It's now the Stampede to chase him down. Crit looks for it.
nice
Nice stun from 9. Hitting 3 heroes, but a Winter's Curse. He gets too close to Fly. Fly makes sure that he will die in
Ryoya's
turn.
getting real
Roya, cold embrace from Fly. That makes it look nice and easy. Anytime anybody's in the slightest bit of trouble, Fly makes sure there is either Winter's Curse and Cold Embrace to save them. Moose and Moo, the mooing duo, will both fall
And Mu
25-3.
Yeah, he actually got soloed. Maybe his ulti popping there wasn't good, and they're just going to call it
That's
before
it. Oh,
one
thank
tier 2
God.
tower was taken.
Thank God Business Associates called it, because I could not stand watching that anymore. I just felt bad for them.
Yeah, they actually just got dumpstered.
Yeah, like this is still a best